this video, we will present the 4 best bank accounts in Germany for foreigners in 2024. We have created a condensed list that will help you decide which is the best bank account for you and your current situation. For each bank, we will discuss the requirements that you need to fulfill in terms of residence permit and nationality to be able to open a bank account with them. Also, we ranked each bank based on our simple Germany score system. This score system goes from 1 to 10. The higher the number, the better the bank, in our opinion. If you want to learn more about our scoring system, you can read about it on our website, and we leave the link in the description box below.
We will also talk about the best interim options when you're new to Germany. As a newcomer, the options we will discuss in this video may be limited to you depending on your nationality and residence status. However, of course, you do need to have a banking options in the meantime. We will highlight some for you.
And at the end, we will also talk about why don't we talk about the rest of the banks in Germany. Hey, my name is Jen and I'm from Guatemala.
And I'm Yvonne and I'm German.
And together we're from simplegermany.com, where we create English content to empower internationals to settle into life in Germany more smoothly. Number 1 on our list is the Commerzbank Girokonto. Commerzbank is the second largest consumer branch bank in Germany. It received a Simple Germany score of 9.0. We have 5 pillars that make up for the Simple Germany score. Number 1 is English friendliness. We evaluate how English friendly the product is. That includes both landing pages, terms and conditions, applications, whether that is for the web or for mobile, customer service. And in this case, Commerzbank received a rating of 6. Commerzbank's areas of opportunities, if one can call them, are that their sign-up process currently is just available in German. Yes, the form is relatively straightforward, it's pretty user-friendly, however, it is just in German. We created a step-by-step video explaining how to open your Commerzbank account online, which you can check out there on the left. And because of that, the rating cannot be 10, simply because of that. Additional to that, their terms and conditions are also just in German. However, it received some positive points because there is English customer service available. I have to admit it's not the easiest to reach. However, also in our guide, we provide information on how to reach the customer service in English. Their mobile and web applications, though, they are in English. So banking is actually very easy in the day-to-day life because everything regarding transfers and information is in English.
However, even more important, of course, is the product quality. Because what good is it if everything's in English, but the product straight out sucks? In this case, Commerzbank receives a score of 9.7. In our opinion, this bank account has the best features out there with English banking. First off, the account is free of charge. There's no monthly maintenance fee as long as you have 700 euros transferred into the account on a monthly basis. Pretty much if you use it as a salary account.
It doesn't mean that you have to get one lump sum of 700. It needs to total at least 700 euros, right?
Correct, yes. And you also don't need to hold the 700 euros constantly. It's just really the incoming money. They want to have cash flow flowing through it, yes. If you don't have that, then you pay a monthly fee of €9.99, which is quite hefty. You are able to have a free joint account with your partner. You have unlimited free cash withdrawals, which is a big thing in Germany because cash is still very much king in certain environments, especially in the gastronomy industry. However, let me clarify here what I mean with free unlimited. Because you can't just walk up to any ATM and it's free. It needs to be an ATM from 4 different types of bank that get umbrellaed as the cash group. That is Commerzbank itself, that is Deutsche Bank, the Postbank, so pretty much at more or less any post office, and the Hypovereinsbank. So if you use those, then the cash withdrawals are free and also unlimited, not capped. The benefit of it being a branch bank is also that you can go and deposit cash at the ATMs of Commerzbank directly for free. So if this is important to you because you have a lot of cash flowing around because of your profession, this is a great option.
Ooh, another also interesting option with these cash deposit ATMs is that some of them also accept coins. So you can go and drop all your change and then that gets added to your bank account as well.
Mm-hmm. And now there's a very important distinguishment between the other banks we're going to talk about, and that is the type of payment card that you receive. You receive a free debit card that is called a Giro card, and this looks like this. You can see up here it says Giro card or Giro Pay, which is the important icon, because it is not a traditional debit card as you might know from other countries. It is the most commonly accepted payment card in all of Germany and opens doors where a Visa or MasterCard won't, especially in small shops, in restaurants, in cafes, at the Ausländerbehörde, at least in Düsseldorf. So this is the best card to have for payments within Germany. Additionally, with the Girocard, you can also withdraw cash for free, up to 200 euros per purchase at supermarkets or drugstores like the DM and Rossmann. So this is another benefit of more cash withdrawals in case you don't have an ATM of the Commerzbank around in your vicinity. The drawback of such a card is that it is not really friendly for online purchases. To fix that, Commerzbank provides a free virtual debit card from MasterCard, which you can add to your Apple or Google Pay, and you can also do online payments with. It looks like this. If you do need other banking services or would like to speak to someone personally because you're a little bit more traditional, you do have access to 450 Commerzbank branches all around Germany. However, I also have to point out that this bank account with this payment card is not very friendly for international travel, as there is a foreign currency fee of 1.75%, and especially the Girocard is not really widely accepted abroad, maybe in some EU countries, but not really beyond that border. And also important to point out, it does not provide any other sub-accounts. It is one account that offers the traditional banking options in a very user-friendly environment, especially their banking app is, in my opinion, very, very user-friendly.
Which leads to the third pillar of our ranking system and scoring system, and that is user-friendliness. This is basically how user-friendly is their sign-up process, their mobile and web application when applicable. In the case of Commerzbank, they receive a 10 in this criteria. The sign-up process, as we mentioned, although in German, it can be done very quickly online any day of the week at any time. It is very easy to follow and it tells you directly the steps that you need to take afterwards. Also, we find both the mobile and web applications very intuitive and easy to use.
In the category of digital first, we evaluate on how digital their product and the access to it is. And the score for Commerzbank is a full 10, as they, even though being traditional, have done a lot in the past years to be really digitized. There are two instances where you might need to break free from the digitalization. It is one, to receive a letter for security purposes, to activate the Phototan app, which is a security app to validate transfers you want to make, and to verify your identity, which if you are not from the EU, you will need to step out of your home to do that in person, either in the branch or post office.
Fifth pillar in our simple Germany scoring system is the customer channels. And this we evaluate not only how many customer channel services are available, like phone numbers and chat, but how instant is that contact. Is there a phone number that I can immediately talk with someone? By immediately, we mean that someone picks up the phone, not that you call and someone picks up directly. There is still some waiting time involved. And is there, for example, a chat that I can speak directly to a human, or do I need to really spend minutes and maybe hours talking to a bot and then it's sent to a message?
Or I just send an email and wait for them to respond days later. Yeah.
Yes. So in our case, Commerzbank received a full 10 in this area. Mainly because you can go to a branch in person and speak to someone there directly. Sometimes you might need an appointment, but sometimes you can just go, depending on the branch, I think, and talk with someone. Especially you have a hotline that you can call. Like I said, there is some waiting time involved. Every time we have called this hotline, we have received really good and stellar support, especially if it's in English. We ask for the English support and people have been super friendly. And if they cannot answer in English, they usually say, hey, I'll put you through a colleague, or maybe I'll ask the colleague to call you in a little bit, and it works out pretty well.
Yeah.
They also have a chat that you can talk with a human. However, bear in mind, this chat at the time of recording is just available in German.
However, they give you the kind disclaimer that it is only in German, and they ask you, do you want to proceed in German? And also say that they're working on making it available in English. Let's talk about the requirements for you to open a Commerzbank account. Now, our research shows that if you are an EU citizen, you can sign up pretty much immediately after you are a registered citizen in Germany, pretty much after you've done your Anmeldung. However, if you are from outside the EU, research shows, and deliberate, and very often we ask the customer service directly, they always say you do need your residence permit. However, field research has shown that it's not always true. We do know for a fact that an Indian in Berlin, a Brazilian in Düsseldorf, and a US American in the area of Stuttgart were all three able to open a Commerzbank account without having their residence permit. Whether those are the exceptions, we don't know, but we just want to show you it might be possible and you can just try.
They don't have any nationality restrictions, meaning anyone can open a bank account with them. However, we also know for a fact that an Iranian and a Russian have written to us and explained that they were rejected from being customers. I don't know if it's nationality targeted. There's a lot, it's really a black box of security behind what happens the doors of applications and stuff. But also we just wanted to mention that in case you do get rejected, to know that it can happen. Number 2 on our list is N26. N26 was founded in 2013, so it's relatively a brand new bank.
Well, it's already a decade old.
Yeah, but relatively new compared to Commerzbank, which has been there for like thousands of years.
Correct, but for a mobile bank, it's rather already a big, strong contender.
Yes, contender. And in the last 10 years, it has become the number one, I think, mobile banking in Europe, not only Germany, which is crazy. N26 received a simple Germany score of 8.9. In English friendliness, they ranked a whopping 10. I mean, that's pretty awesome because everything in N26 is in English. Terms and conditions, customer service, the app, the landing page, really, they are 100% in English. I think they actually probably started as an English first mobile bank. I don't know.
Not first, but like they started with German and English at the same time.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome.
When it comes to product quality, the standard account of N26, because they have multiple, also premium accounts, but we are talking only about the free standard account, they get a ranking of 9. Overall, the product is great. It really is fantastic for as a day-to-day bank account. There's just a few things that in our opinion could be improved, especially with the comparison to Commerzbank. However, those are drawbacks of a mobile bank. Generally speaking, the standard bank account is free. There is no monthly maintenance fee without any conditions. A joint account is possible, however, only with a paid premium account. And when it comes to cash withdrawals, those are limited. You have free cash withdrawals 3 times per month. After that, you start paying a fee per cash withdrawal. However, to point out, there's a difference in cash withdrawals with N26 compared to Commerzbank. The 3 free cash withdrawals with N26 are really free at any ATM in Germany as long as it's from a bank and not from some weird kiosk where maybe the ATM machine charges a fee. So you do not need to go to a specific ATM to withdraw cash, but you can go to the one closest to you and take the cash out. Cash deposits are possible through partner shops, sometimes supermarkets and other retail stores. However, there is a fee for it. And the type of card that you receive is a free virtual debit card. If you do want the physical debit card, which I would want, there is nowadays a one-time €10 fee. This is what the N26 MasterCard looks like. It's a debit card. And the benefit of this card is that it works literally for any online payment, Apple, Google Wallet, as well as in-store payments, of course. However, not in those little shops that only accept the Giro card.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, also with N26, you cannot get a Giro card, right? A Giro card, it just doesn't exist.
Another great benefit of N26 is that when you pay with your MasterCard abroad in other currencies, there is no fee. So that is definitely an advantage over Commerzbank. However, if you take cash out with that MasterCard abroad in other currencies, then there is a 1.75 transaction fee, plus usually, and that goes for any bank, the transaction fees of the ATMs in your local area where you are. There's 2 other massive benefits with N26. One is that you have 2 free sub-accounts. So that means if you want to distribute your money a little bit for different kinds of purposes, that is totally possible. And N26 has integrated Wise, which is an amazing service provider to transfer money international at a very, very low cost.
When it comes to user friendliness, N26 gets a 10 because everything is pretty intuitive and it's very simple to use. I mean, it's a mobile app and it's very straightforward. When it comes to digital first, N26 also gets a 10 because everything is digital with them. It's a mobile bank, so it would be kind of weird if it wasn't. They have both a mobile banking application as well as a web banking application, so it's pretty digital. I think I've never received a single letter from N26. No. Wait, that's not true, when I got my card.
Yeah, true. When it comes to customer service channels, the standard account from N26 only gets a 6.8. That is because they are hiding their direct phone service, their hotline, behind a paid wall. It is only available for the premium accounts, which you need to have a monthly payment for.
A chat is available, however, it's only available if you're a customer and after you logged in. And the chat at the beginning is a bot interaction, and then it takes some time for you to get connected to a real person. In my experience, talking to the customer service during a chat, it has been a mixed kind of result. Sometimes I feel like they're a little bit lost and they don't know what they're talking about. Other times they're very helpful. It can be a mixed bag. I cannot say I've had a stellar customer service experience with N26. They've helped. Sometimes there's a little bit of a hurdle.
But we didn't have any major issues or anything like
that.
That
is
either.
True.
Yeah. When it comes to the requirements of N26, this is actually a major update compared to the previous years. Because in the past, N26 only accepted a certain amount of nationalities. That has changed. And they feature on their website themselves a list of all nationalities worldwide that they accept. And it's all. There is no more nationalities that they don't accept. However, they've also made it more difficult for non-EU citizens to apply for a bank account because now they also require a residence permit from every non-EU citizen, which sometimes it takes months for you to get that.
Yes, and additional to that, I think also a very important thing to point out is that in the case of Portuguese, as a EU citizen, the only document they accept is a passport. We've had cases of Portuguese people moving to Germany only with their ID card, which should be valid for all of EU. However, N26 wants to see a passport. So without that passport, they weren't able to open the N26 account. So it's important for you to look up the requirements. If you want to do so, we developed a tool called Banky, which you can check out in the description box below. You put your nationality and status, and then it tells you which banks are available for you to apply.
Number 3 on our list is Tomorrow Bank. Tomorrow Bank was founded in 2017 in Hamburg, and they are an ethical mobile banking service provider. Why do I use the word service provider and don't flat out call them a bank? Because in my opinion, they're not. They do offer a bank account and banking services. However, that account is run through their partner Solaris Bank, which is a German bank based in Berlin. They, Tomorrow Bank themselves, don't have a banking license. Their USP compared to other banks is that they reinvest the money that you give them into sustainable projects. So they are called the green, like I said, ethical bank, and they don't support projects that are not good for the environment. In our assessment, it got a simple Germany score of 7.4.
Regarding their English friendliness, they receive a 10 because, again, it's another mobile bank that is 100% in English. So that is pretty convenient if you don't speak German.
When it comes to product quality, it is a decent bank account. However, in our opinion, it scores lower than the previous ones with a score of only 5.8. And namely, the reason for that is because it's not a free bank account, which for some of you, it doesn't matter if you have to pay a monthly fee. For others, it does. In our comparison, it's the only paid bank account. At time of recording, the monthly maintenance fees is €3. However, they will increase it starting in March 2024 to €4 for the Tomorrow Now bank account. A joint account is possible, however, also only with a premium account, which costs even more. When it comes to cash withdrawals, there is no free amount whatsoever. You pay per cash withdrawal from day one, and it is currently €2 per cash withdrawal. Also, that will be increased to €3 starting in March 2024.
Wow, I think that's expensive.
Cash deposits are possible, however, also with a fee of 1.5% of the amount that you deposit. On the flip side, the type of payment card is free that you get, also the physical version, which is a free Visa debit card. Tomorrow Bank can also not provide a Giro card. Of course, you can add the Visa card to Google and Apple Pay. And the benefit is that with the Visa card, if you pay in a foreign currency, there's also no foreign currency transaction fee. And when it comes to sub-accounts, there's one free sub-account that you can use for your money management.
When it comes to user friendliness, Tomorrow Bank also receives a 10 because everything is pretty intuitive and easy to use. When it comes to digital first, they receive a 6.5. Although they are an online mobile bank, that is the thing, they only have a banking application by phone. So it's only a mobile app. So if you ever want to do transactions or anything on a desktop or through a web browser, you can't. So that for us is a drawback. When it comes to the customer service channels, they receive an 8. I think because also you're paying a premium in a way for a bank account, you do have access to them through a phone number, chat, or email. The one thing, maybe the area of opportunity, I mean, it's an online bank, so you will never have this, is that you don't have a physical place that you can go to and talk with someone in person.
When it comes to requirements, Tomorrow Bank is a little bit more limiting in the amount of nationalities they accept. And this is mostly also due to their partner, Solaris Bank. At the time of recording, they accept 78 nationalities, which we link to them in our written guide, which we of course link below at simplegermany.com. The benefit is, however, if you are from one of those 78 nationalities, that all you need is to be a registered citizen, no, not citizen, a registered resident. So you need to have done your Anmeldung in Germany to apply. You do not need to provide your residence permit as far as we can tell in our research.
Number 4 is Vivid Money. Vivid Money was founded in 2019, so also relatively new, and just like Tomorrow Bank, they're also a service provider and have a banking license through Solaris Bank, meaning that they're not a bank themselves. Although they offer banking services, their focus lies more on crypto and share investing. Vivid Money received a simple Germany score of 7.3. When it comes to English friendliness, they also receive a 10 because everything is in English. I feel like the trend here is that any mobile bank in Germany is 100% in English, which I find is very, very cool.
Well, we need to distinguish between mobile bank, which is true, and the direct banks like DKB and ING. They don't have branches, but there's still a distinguishment between those, in Germany call them Direktbank, and an actual online bank. Yes. When it comes to product quality, their standard account gets a 7.6. There is no account maintenance fee, so it's a free digital checking account. For joint accounts, it's actually free, however, not really the full-blown account, but you can partner up with a partner in a sub-account. Speaking of sub-accounts, Vivid Money provides 15 free sub-accounts, so this is definitely a USP on their side. When it comes to cash withdrawals, they are also restricted, however, this time also by the amount you can withdraw. So up to 200 euros a month are free to withdraw, however, also only if you withdraw more than 50 euros, so that means more or less 4 times 50 euros. And beyond that, there is a 3% fee. Cash deposits are possible, however, very limited, and there's also high fees. They do provide a free Visa debit card. A Giro card is also not available. You can, of course, add it also to your Apple and Google Pay. I say that's really standard for any bank nowadays. And there's also no currency fee for card payments for up to 40 currencies. So not worldwide, it depends on the currency itself, which you can check in their terms and conditions or in your app.
When it comes to their user friendliness, Vivid also receives a 10. In the area of digital first, however, they receive a 6.5. Although they are a digital mobile bank, the only way you can sign up to the bank and actually do banking is through their mobile application. There is no way to sign up to them through a web address or access the banking through any web address as well. And regarding the customer service channel, they receive a low 4. That is because the only way you can talk to them is through an in-app chat. In our research, we found no other way to talk to them.
Similar to Tomorrow Bank, also Vivid Money only accepts a limited amount of nationalities, 78 to be specific. Again, we have linked to them in our written guide. And interestingly enough, they are different to the nationalities that get accepted from Tomorrow Bank, although they're both supported by Solaris Bank. So again, this is the big black box of banking in Germany. Our research also shows that you need to have a registered address in Germany to sign up. However, you do not need a residence permit. These 4 banks are the only 4 banks in Germany that provide their services in English, which is the main criteria for their selection. They also all provide a German IBAN, that is the banking number, the bank account number that you need, which is crucial for certain services.
Yes, although there is an EU law against IBAN discrimination, meaning that if you have an EU IBAN, you should be able to access things in other EU countries. We know for a fact that in Germany, certain services do discriminate against not having a DE. It starts with a DE, the IBAN number. So it's very important to have a bank account with that IBAN number.
So what do you do if you're brand new to Germany and you're from outside the EU? If you match the nationalities of Tomorrow Bank and Vivid, great, try your luck with them. If you don't have a residence permit yet, N26 and Commerzbank may not be available to you. So that leads to the question, what do you do in the meantime? And there's 3 options we would like to mention. The first option is Wise. Wise is a money transfer service provider who also offer a multi-currency account. That means you can get a European IBAN from Belgium to do your banking in Germany, which is great for interim purposes. In order to sign up, you need to be registered in Germany. They may ask for the document you get at the Anmeldung, or they may not. This is really case by case. However, you don't need a residence permit.
As Ivan mentioned, Wise is a money transfer service. So this actually account or this service is amazing if you need to transfer money from your home country to Germany or send money from Germany to your home country or somewhere else, because they have relatively low fees to do these international bank transfers. Second bank is Revolut. They're a bank from the UK and they provide a bank account with a Lithuanian IBAN. They accept all nationalities, and as far as our research shows, they don't require any Anmeldung or residence permit.
The third option we'd like to mention is Bank. Bank is based in the Netherlands. However, they do provide a German IBAN. Sometimes for a fee, sometimes not. It depends on from where you open it. Just to emphasize, all 3 providers are not real bank accounts. However, they are fantastic to solve your interim banking problems if you can't access a German bank yet. However, the moment you do get your residence permit, we would believe it's the better option to open a German bank account as well.
Jen and Ivan, why don't you talk about the other banks in Germany? Here we would like to just be a little bit transparent why the others didn't make the cut or the list. And we will kind of like brush over them a little bit. So DKB is a very popular and very good German bank.
Love it. I'm a very happy customer.
Yes, I am not a happy customer because DKB is notoriously known for not accepting foreigners. We've known people that have applied up to 5 times until they finally got approved to get their DKB. people, like international people. I think Germans have a very high chance of opening.
Yeah, of course. And I think the chances are higher if you're a permanent resident or you have some more standing ground in Germany. However, Jane, even after becoming a German citizen, was still rejected.
Yes, and additional to that, DKB is 100% in German. Same goes for ING and Comdirect. They're amazing banks, but also they're 100% in German. And we are looking for banks that provide some sort of English support.
Sparkasse and Volksbank are probably the most traditional banks out there. Yes, they are more or less available with their branches in every town in Germany. However, they also come with high fees, mainly a bank account fee. And also they're not very flexible. The Sparkasse in Düsseldorf is different from the Sparkasse in Cologne, even though they have the same name. And that is, for example, if you do want to use a branch to do some banking services and you didn't open your account in that city, they will not be able to help you. So in order to have the full access, you need to open and close your account with them wherever you move, which we find just highly inconvenient.
Also, for transparency reasons, we've heard from internationals who have tried to open a bank account in all the banks that we mentioned before and have been rejected. And Sparkasse has been the only one to accept them. So it could be an option for you if nothing else has worked. I had my very first bank account with Sparkasse, and yeah, it was good for my banking services, but the moment I could change, I changed them. Because I was, like Yvonne mentioned, they were very inflexible. I could only do my transactions with my one representative. I always needed an appointment to go there. They would open at funky hours. I mean, the list goes on. However, if it's the only option you can have, you can always open one, have it as an interim option until you can get another bank account.
And then there is Deutsche Bank. To be honest, Deutsche Bank, in my opinion, doesn't offer anything that you can't get from Commerzbank. The only thing they do offer is a monthly account fee. So there is really no added benefit. Also, in independent evaluations and tests in the banking world, Commerzbank has continuously been voted as the best branch bank in Germany. So, who are we to judge?
Yeah. As a newcomer, if I absolutely need a bank and I have a country that is not from the EU, like Guatemala, I would actually get my first bank account with Wise. It gives me a great interim option. It allows me to transfer money internationally with low fees, and I get an EU IBAN number, which is from Belgium, but at least it's good enough to begin with. I could easily also negotiate with my employer to pay my salary into my Belgium account, and that shouldn't be any issues. Once I have my residence permit, I would upgrade my accounts, and I would get a combination of a traditional German bank and a mobile banking account.
We're both very happy customers of Commerzbank and N26 as well as Wise, which is also why we talk about them. You can find the links to all of the banks in the description box below. Mind you, some of them are affiliate links, which means we could get a small commission if you choose to open an account with one of those banks at no extra cost to you. By using our links, you are actively supporting this channel and help us to continue providing videos like these.
We hope this detailed evaluation of the best bank accounts for foreigners in Germany has been of value to you. Until next time, cheers!